Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the MMC reformatted Spartan, which is their version of Impactor. And this is our current giveaway figure, or one of our current giveaway figures. So I went ahead and I had purchased this with my own money, and figured sell the rest of the tickets. There are still some tickets available. Let's see here. Start the video and realize I'm completely not ready for this. But we'll go with it. Whatever. Let's see here. There are currently 4 tickets left for him, and so the tickets are the $5 a piece. I'm going to put the link for the Facebook page below. So I'm going to have this video go up on Friday, and if I don't, this is the last chance to buy those last 4 tickets. If I don't sell those tickets on Monday, then I will be doing the giveaway on Monday, and anybody that's still interested to buy the tickets are just going to be out of luck. And I'll just do a giveaway for who's enrolled already. So hit me up on Facebook if you're interested in tickets. Like I said, they're $5 a piece. Every ticket that you buy gets 1 entry into it, and then we just draw a name randomly. So he does come with some accessories here. We've got an extra hand. I think this is a wrist bit. I think this is for if you want to do like his hand was chopped off bit. I think don't quote me on that. There's a drill bit. There's a pistol, and then there's a harpoon which I've got on him. So we'll go ahead and open these up, so we can look at the different options once we get them into bot mode. Typically don't like to open all the accessories when it comes to a giveaway figure, but in this case I think it's necessary to look at everything. Alright, so here he is in his vehicle mode. As you see, it's a thing. Kind of like a snowplow mixed with a tank. I will not lie, I'm not a fan of this transformation. I'm not a fan of this alt mode. But then again, I've never been a fan of Impactor either. So as you can see, I just slightly altered it, and now these things don't quite line up right. Nothing on this thing seems to really want to move in directions you want it to move. It just doesn't flow very well for me. But we'll look at the box real quick. So there's the product image on the front, which is nice. It's got the magnetic clasp here. We had some artwork there, which is cool. And then all the stuff that it can do. Yeah. Nice box, typical MMC. And here he is again in his tank mode. We'll call it a tank mode, sure. No wheels, nothing rolls. It's stationary. Whatever. It is what it is. This kind of rotates a little bit. As you can see, it's got these pistons here. If you were to take these pistons out, which it does not want to do, this rotates up and down. And like I said, I think if you take these pistons out, you'll probably get a little bit more mobility out of the guy. There we go. There's one. There we go. There's 2, and let's give it a try. Yep. Everything moves just fine once you get those pistons out of the way. You can say those double as little pistols or something. And yeah, so So yeah, that's really all there is to this mode. These panels have a really hard time staying on. They pop off all the time, so you will see them pop off in this review, I'm sure. I can't seem to get it in any mode without those things popping apart. So you want to pull the legs out, or pull these panels out, they become the legs. Pull those out of the way. And come down like this. And then what you want to do here is you take this section here, pull the foot out, and we can rotate this up, right? It's been a little while since I transformed this guy all the way. It took me a long time to figure out how to get these legs up here, because you got to rotate this stupid panel here, and it's a really tight joint, and I was not having fun. Alright, yeah, so clip that together, foot comes over to here, there you go. Same thing on this side. So, rotate this up. And this will come down and around. It's got the same kind of foot transformation that the Predacons have. Alright, let's see, split the arms, they rotate up, like so. I'm sure I'm not doing the best job on this one. Oh well. Pull this out. You want to open this up, flip the head up, like so. Close this back up. The head can go forward like this. And we want to rotate the legs down. And they need to be facing the other way. So rotate this around like this and like this. This will come, you have to have these like this, and off, right? Yeah. Come out. For a very simple transformation, I have a lot of difficulties with this one, and I just don't know why. I just don't get this one. This folds down. Come on, this needs to come out. There we go. That comes out like that. And then we can pull this up here. Yeah, this will rotate around, I guess. And there's these two tabs here and here. Plug into those slots there and there. And I do apologize. I am not doing very good with this review. I know I'm not. I would just this one is just not me. All right, and then this will tab in. See, there's a slot here. It looks like, and this will slide into there, and then there's a tab here that'll plug into this little hole here. So you line this all up, and then there we go. Like so. Up a little bit. Do the same thing over here. So we're sliding this in, tabbing it in. All right, everything looks good there. Fold the arms out. Fold the arms out. Rotate the waist. Tab the legs together like so, and then you want to take these side panels here and these rotate to the front. They are really tight joints, and that's where I was having trouble turning them into alt mode. It just, those things just did not want to go. And there you have Spartan in bot mode. Yep, I guess that's it. And then this piece can just come plug in up here. So, yeah, he looks good. He looks fine. I have no issues with the way he looks. I've never been an Impactor fan. As far as I'm concerned, in the G1 comics, his whole purpose in life was to die and be motivation for the rest of them. So, as far as I'm concerned, this isn't a character I ever cared about. I know he's a big deal in IDW at the moment, or was, or something like that. He's in IDW. But in G1, he wasn't really there. He never got a toy, so it was never a figure that I was like, man, I need an Impactor. It was definitely oh, look, they made an Impactor. Yay. So let's take a look at his, let's do posability first here. So this is on a swivel up and down, and because it's just a 5mm port, it can swivel side to side. You can put it over here if you chose. You could also, I'm sure, maybe plug it into his hand. Yep. So if you want a pistol, you can do that. Plug it into his forearm if you want to do that. You can do all sorts of things with that one. His head is on a ball joint, so up, down, left, right, no issues there. All possibilities there. It's good. Swivels at the arm up and down. All the way around. Bicep swivel, double bend elbow. Hand swivels, and this, I believe, is on a ball joint. Over here we've got the harpoon, and this is on a swivel, and then it just unplugs. And that's on a ball joint there. He's got a waist swivel. Hips go up that far because of these panels. These panels really suck. I'm telling you, these are the worst part about this figure is these panels right here, because they don't move freely. They're really, or they're independently posable. They're on their own swivel, but they're really tight in there, so they're really hard to maneuver. Legs go back. Let's see, moving this panel out of the way, about that far. Up, like so. There's the thigh swivel. As you can see, I'm moving the thigh, and this panel's on its own joint, and it ain't moving. Knee is on a hinge. Doesn't get much range of motion, but due to transformation, I'd forgive that for sure. Feet are, as you can see, if you have them straight with the legs, they're a little off center. They're off to the sides rather than in the middle. And in case people are wondering if I maybe transformed it wrong, yeah, no, I didn't. That's how it is. Legs are a little chunky, so you have to go the A stance. It's not a major A stance, but you have to do it. You can. This is on a hinge here, much like the Predacons. This is on a ball joint here, so you can get it out. I think they should have reversed the legs, honestly, or the feet anyway, or the position of the feet. Because if this ball joint was on this side, then you can have the wide A stance. Whereas this, you get a little bit of an A stance, decent, but not as major as that. And then there's the toe tilt. And then these little guns can slide out of the toe. I think that's more for alt mode, but yeah, there is Spartan in his bot mode and his posability. Like I said, I think they could have done a little bit better job with the posability on the feet. I wonder if maybe I can, if you rotate this and then rotate the waist around again. See, this is how I think the legs should have been. I think this would have been a little bit more stable, a little bit better overall engineered. If I really wanted to, I could probably take it apart and flip the leg engineering. maybe. Like yeah, I would have to pull these screw covers out. Like, maybe. Anyway, so I'm not a huge fan of the feet. I think they could have done better there. Let's see here. For his other accessories, we've got hand. Just regular right hand if you want. So you can pull this off. Plug that on. So you can go standard bot. Pull this out. Plug this one on like... No, that doesn't plug in. So maybe here. Let me take a quick look at the instructions, see if there's anything about this in here. Nope, nothing. It's not even included in the what comes with the figure. So, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, then we got another one of these bits here that this has, and a drill, so we can plug the drill in there, and take this and plug it in there if you want to. So we got the drill hand, which is fine, I guess. I would say I probably prefer this look over the rest. And then he's got his pistol, which looks more like elongated pizza cutter. And you just plug that into his hand. And yeah, like I said, I think he looks good. His transformation, it's easy, but there's something about it that just doesn't quite flow very well for me. I don't. Maybe it's me, or I'm not sure. I can't say. It's probably just me, but it doesn't flow very well. Like the rest of MMC products, and what I'm used to with them. Coloration's great. That's fine. It's a character I don't care about, so that's one thing. For scale comparison, here he is with Classics Prime and Classic Seeker. So I think he's more scaled for like Orion. I don't have an Orion, but I think he's more scaled for that. I do not think he's more that he's at MP scale. Again, I don't know anything about the character, so I can't say for sure. So I that's where I'd say he probably fits in the best, is with like a larger chug collection. For a rating, I think he looks great. Once he's in bot mode, I think he looks great, works great. I'm not a fan of that alt mode for many reasons, and I don't like the everything from knee down on this guy. So all that in mind, I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. I think he's good, well built. If you're a fan of Impactor, you're probably gonna like him. If you're like me and you don't care about the figure and you're not a completist with MMC, then I'd say I wouldn't pick it up. Just it's not it's not on the radar for me personally. So again, this is the current giveaway. $5 a ticket. If you're interested in this figure and the possibility of winning it for really cheap, $5 a ticket, that you can't get cheaper than that. This video will go up on Friday. Monday I will do the actual giveaway. So if I don't get any more signups by then, then whoever wanted to be in it is out of luck. And yeah, we'll go from there. So. Oh, and also this was the fans' choice giveaway figure. So Monday we'll also pick the second prize will be the to pick the next figure to review. So, as far as I'm concerned, this one is an easy pass for me, but that's because I'm not an Impactor fan. He wasn't in the cartoon. He has no history with me, so that's my problem with him.